This is Rob Tebbutt for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. Delighted to be joined by the machine, Anthony Fowler. We are here in Essex ahead of your return at Fight Camp. How are you, Ant?
All good, thanks, mate. I've had some food and water, so I'm happy.
You just used the word sponge off camera to describe your transformation in the last 3 or 4 hours. Talk to everybody. Look, obviously there'll be people who are watching this obviously know that fighters have to make weight, but after a weigh-in, what sort of stuff do you do? How does it affect and change your body?
Basically, yeah, to make the weight for a fight, you got to cut your carbs down your diet, so your body's like depleted in glycogen, so you're really hungry. Also, you're losing a bit of water and stuff because you're not really drinking either. So as soon as you weigh in and you drink and eat, your body just sucks it right up, and then you can put a stone on in a day, which is mad to a normal person, but us boxers do it.
How are you at the minute? What are you weighing at the minute? You weighed in about 3 hours ago. What are you weighing now?
Probably put about 10 pounds on in 3 hours, yeah. And I'll probably put another 4 on before the fight tomorrow.
Sounds like one of my weekends with a few pizzas, mate, to be honest with you. But anyway, moving on. The fight's not at 154 pounds, 156 pounds. Of course, the late opponent, Rico Mueller, couldn't make the weight safely. Does that affect you at all, making 156 as opposed to championship weight?
Just make it a little bit easier. Like this morning, I could have a little breakfast and some fluid before the weigh-in, so I went as dry as normally. Normally, I dry out the night before and I won't eat nothing. So this morning, I had a bit of porridge, a little coffee, and I don't struggle then, sitting around hungry and as bad as what I would have been. Do you know what I mean? So it's better.
Talk to me about your opponent. I spoke to Shane. Obviously, we were expecting you to box Roberto Garcia, somebody who we're familiar with, who's boxed Martin Murray and the like. You're now fighting Rico Mueller. Any frustrations? Anything at all?
It's kind of, yeah, because Garcia would have been a harder fight in my opinion. Muller's obviously still dangerous and he's coming to win, and he's got a high knockout ratio in his fight, so he must beat the punch a bit. But just all business as always, mate. I take care of my job and then go home to me son. That's my plan.
We'll come up. I was going to save that for the end, but we might as well bring it up now. Congratulations on the new arrival that you've had recently. Your lovely son Luca joining the family. What's that been like? Obviously, it happening as well a week before you're about to box.
It's madness, mate. Like I feel like a bit of a bad dad because I've obviously he was born on Sunday. You know, I left the house on Tuesday. I felt terrible leaving the guy, but obviously, and I understand it's for my job. I've got to pay the bills, mate. So I had to do it, and my girlfriend understands as well. So I'll just fight tomorrow and then straight in the car on my way home to them both, get home early hours.
Give you that little extra bit of added motivation now? You're a father, you've got a son, you've got a family to fight for now, or are you trying not to think too much about that just yet?
I just don't believe I can train any harder than what I do or be more motivated. Like me and my mate went for a walk before and he was like, how do you feel? I was like, lad, what more can I do than what I do in boxing? Like I literally give my life to the sport. I've been doing it 20 odd years and like I don't think if I ever trained any harder than if it was possible, I'd burn myself out. I train like 7 days a week as it is, so what more can I do?
Back to your opponent, Rico Mueller. We've seen him box lighter beforehand. You were up there, you were faced off with him yesterday at the press conference. Obviously, you've seen each other on the scales. Do you anticipate having quite a sizable size advantage tomorrow night? Yeah,
like I said, I'll be in the ring big and strong tomorrow. He's coming up from welterweight, and I'm a big light middle. He's probably maybe even a small welter or average size welter, so default size in my favour, but I don't want to win because I'm bigger. I want to win because I'm better. I want to show that I'm a more all-round, classier performer, better boxing IQ, better fighter. Not just bigger, but that will be coming to effect, yeah.
You mentioned there about showing like your all-round skill and the developments that I'm sure you're keen to show from working with Shane McGuigan. Your third fight now. How have you changed? Oh, I forget the roller skates guy. Every single time I forget about him. Yeah, we'll just say it's your third, Ant. Let's not bring that one up. But how are you different with, now you've been working with Shane for 4 fights, or this is your 4th fight, than you were when you went to him?
I'm definitely improving all the time. I know I am by the sparring I'm having, the high quality opponents I'm in with. I've sparred kids to start with Shane and spar them now when I'm finding them a lot easier and I'm performing a lot better, so I'm on the way up, definitely.
Yeah, now I can't stop thinking about that first fight that you had with him. Anyway, let's move on from there. A lot of talk this week about a potential fight between yourself and Liam Smith. Just going to ask you straight out of the gate, what can you tell me about that fight? A lot of people talking about it, got a lot of people interested.
Obviously, it'd be massive for the city. Nothing's confirmed yet. And at the end of the day, I've got a fight tomorrow to win. If I don't win tomorrow, all these fights go away, all these big names. So I'm focused on Mueller, no one else at the moment.
I appreciate that. But I'm going to play devil's advocate anyway. How big of a fight would that be in Liverpool? I mean, I can't remember off the top of my head 2 Scousers in a fight of that magnitude. If that fight does happen, how big of a fight would it be for your city?
It'd be massive, mate. The last time I can remember was Paul Smith had a few local derbies, which were big fights. But yeah, it'd be massive, mate. Like, I know Liam, I respect Liam. He's a really good fighter. He's a former world champion, and I've sparred him. And he's an underrated fighter. He's really good. So it'd be a hard fight, but it'd be a massive fight, and it's a massive opportunity for myself.
You're obviously kind of looking for world titles, as everybody is. Just want to talk to you about the kind of the top level of the 154 pounds division. A couple of weeks ago, Jamel Charlo and Brian Castano. Did you watch the fight?
I watched it, yeah, and I think it was a Castino win, in my opinion. I thought he won most of the rounds. Charlo won his rounds big, but I thought he got outworked for the majority of the fight, and he definitely lost, in my opinion.
You're on that IBF route. I mean, you beat Jorge Fortea last time. Bakram Murtazaliev was the person who beat Jorge Fortea beforehand. He's now mandatory. Realistically, you're 2 or 3 fights away from potentially getting an IBF shot, or if the belts become fragmented, that must be really exciting.
It's crazy, mate. It's nuts that I could be potentially 2 or 3 fights away from a world title shot, which is madness. The way my career went and the way I'm going now, it's crazy, but just got to keep winning, mate. That's the main thing.
Okay, before I let you go, one thing I would like to talk to you about is, of course, the news today of your stablemate Luke Campbell's retirement from professional boxing. As I've just said to Shane, a wonderful career, both as an amateur and a pro. Just your thoughts on Luke calling it a day?
Luke, I'm not surprised. Like, I spoke to Luke a while ago, and he was a bit like, he's itchy knuckles, but he knows that, like, it's hard what Luke's done. Luke's travelled away his whole life, like myself. He was in Sheffield for years. He went to America, which is madness. There's the stories in America, he were crazy, and like, he was sacrificing a lot, mate. He's got a young family now, so he probably just thought, you know what, I've travelled my whole life, I've been away. He's got more left in him, but he probably thinks, you know what, I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. Might not got a world title, but he's done well out of boxing. He's settled at home, got a lovely family, and he's probably just thought, you know what, I'm happy now. And I respect Luke so much, and he's an amazing fighter, and Olympic champion, world title challenger. He's got a lot to be proud of.
Well said, and just to echo that, I agree. Finally, before I let you go, I do appreciate your time. I'm sure you're desperate to go and pile some more weight on. How's the fight going to go? You fight Rico Mueller tomorrow night, fight camp. Give me your official prediction.
I've literally just watched him against Jeff Horn in the 9 rounds, and he's got a tight defence. He's a bit cagey, so early on he might try and like move his feet and block a lot of shots and potentially wear me down, but I just think I'm going to be too big and strong for him. I just think my jab's going to appease his guard. I think I'm going to back him up. I think I'm going to hurt him. So I'm going to sicken him, and I think I'm going to get him out of there.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing it. Anthony Fowler, always a pleasure. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Congratulations once again on becoming a father this week, and look forward to catching up with you soon.
Thanks very much, mate. Thank you.